Recording is on.
Okay, we'll give folks a minute or so to show up. How are we all doing?
I'm good. Luke. How are you?
Good. Totally not pattern checking if it's pre-recorded. All right.
Yeah,
I see a
it
dancing
might be.
pelican. I know who it is.
It might be pattern, but I'm not sure.
It says it's totally not pattern.
It's totally not. Fully not.
Totally not.
That's great.
Totally not. Oh, how are we doing today, folks?
Doing good. End of a Tuesday. It feels like a Monday.
You're right about that.
Uh,
Right about that. Feels like a weird month-long Monday. All
yeah.
right. Hello. All right. We're all staying sane out there. It's very weird.
Yeah. Things went wonky, it seems like. And now my X speed is all jimmy jacked to hell. It's a cluster at this point.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right, everybody. 2 minutes in, I might as well start this thing. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Bat Community Call for Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Hope you all are doing well. It's good to see you. And folks that are streaming or catching a stream, I hope you're having a good one as well. Yeah, lots going on. It's been kind of a crazy week or so on the internets. So I hope everybody's kind of keeping their sanity and lots of interesting stuff in the news. Gosh, I feel like this guy is Tom Lee guy's kind of like trying to be the Michael Saylor of Ethereum, which is kind of interesting. There was a cool bit about Google was launching an open source AI payment protocol that supports stable coins, which is interesting. We'll see. I was looking at it. There's a bunch of like conditional things in there, but it's cool to see this kind of crossover starting to happen. We've got some agentic stuff with Leo that's going to start rolling out in the next couple of weeks, which would be cool. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Yeah, let's see. I think we're waiting for Jenny and Crew.
I think Jenny is might be alone a little bit later. I think she had to run to the doctor's appointment or to the clinic or with a lab or something. What I think it was. So yeah, we'll cover her slides though.
Paola's here though.
Yeah.
Paola's got the deck.
Yeah.
Hi everyone.
I know that gradient. How's it going, Paola?
Going pretty well, thank you. It was Independence Day yesterday.
Hey.
Right. So it was a lovely day. We went to see the parades and we had Costa Rican food, of course. It was very nice. It's lovely.
Do they do fireworks there for Independence Day?
No, we don't do that. No, we just do like different like parades. I mean, I think some people do, but it's not something we do like regularly, like every year. It's not very normal, but well, not normal, but it's cool. Yeah, no, we just do the parades and yeah, it was such a lovely day. It rained, of course. It rains. Yeah, it rains every
it rains
single
in the
year.
rainforest. Are you kidding me? Paula, what are like some like traditional foods that you guys would eat for this
Oh my
Independence Day?
God,
I love
there's a
this
lot.
question.
Oh my God, there's a lot. Okay, so first for breakfast, it's gallo pinto, which is basically rice and beans combined, and you normally add eggs in, scrambled or whatever you want, and tortilla and plantain and cheese, and of course, if you want to add perhaps um, like meat or something like that, it's of course it's up to you. But yeah, it's like gallo pinto, something called casado, which is a mix of rice, beans, oh my god, there's a lot of things. But casado is
Okay.
like the most common thing to eat for lunch. And of course you have tortilla with cheese, or chorreada, which is like a tortilla but it's a little bit sweet with sour cream. And yeah, and gallos, which is a tortilla with meat. And oh my god, yeah, we have a lot of things to eat, and of course, like,
I feel like I
all
could sit back
delicious.
and listen to Paula talk about food like a show.
Yeah, just keep going, keep going. But I just love how like she's like, well, first of all, we start with breakfast.
I love it.
That's
Yeah, I
great,
wanted to
great,
I,
great.
I wanted to give you like the full meal for the entire day, but no, yeah,
But for
no,
us,
but
it's like, oh, what do you guys do for Independence? Hey, we grill some burgers and hot dogs for you guys. You know?
I was about to hop in and say it's actually pronounced tortilla, but then I'm like, no, she knows. She probably knows.
yeah, of course, tortilla. Oh my god, it's so funny when
Yeah.
people say like in English tortilla, but I mean,
Godson correcting the native Spanish speaker. I like it.
oh my god, yeah, but you should like like Costa Rican food. I think it's really really good. It's so like full of flavor. It's not plain at all. Like it's so tasty. So you should
Yeah,
definitely try when you come to Costa Rica. You should definitely try Costa Rican like local food instead of
yeah.
order something that you would normally get at a regular restaurant like a burger or
Right.
nuggets. Yeah,
Of course. You gotta get the local traditional style,
exactly.
of
But some
course.
people don't like that. Some people just go to different places and order like regular food, which is I don't know. It's
Yeah,
insane. You should, you know, do and try. Oh my god, sorry, my puppy. You should try different, the culture in general, you
for
know?
sure. Yeah, I think but like don't like a lot of like South American countries kind of have more kind of bland food. I know my son was in Brazil and he talked about like the food being like more bland. Like they don't do a lot of spices and things like that, like in a lot of those countries, I think.
Yeah, when I went to Brazil, I don't remember eating like something. I mean, everything was really good, to be honest. I don't remember eating something that was plain, to be honest. But of course, it's different. Like food in Central America, it's very different compared to South America, of course. Yeah, like of course in Argentina, it's completely different, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
I heard that.
but yeah, but I love Costa Rican food. It's so good, and yeah, it's just so tasty. You have to try it if you ever come to Costa Rica.
One
If you're
day,
not
one day.
hungry by now, then there's something wrong with you. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna start cooking right now, actually.
Now that you're hungry, well, let's dive into the updates, huh? I love it.
Whetting the
Perfect.
appetite for the updates.
Who's going to kick off those?
I think I'm covering Jenny's slides, so if she first, you want to hit the next one, Paula.
No, I think Drew's lead. It's going to take the lead today, but I can do I can do a slide if you want to.
Yeah, if you just go to the next slide, we can go.
Okay, perfect.
There you
Well,
go.
again, hi everyone. Thank you for joining another weekly Back Community update from the Back Community team. And here you go.
Thank you. So yeah, obviously I'm not Jenny, but I'm gonna cover her slide. So any questions about Burning Man, you'll have to ask her directly. But in the meantime, Twitter Spaces. We've got a few coming up for the Brave Show. This Friday, it's the titled the browser's race to Web3, and that's with VentureMind AI, Kiva, and Freename. And then next week on the 26th is the title "The Last Ad You'll Ever Watch: Rethinking Value and Attention" with Dot AI, Freename, and Steppen. It was actually one of our other kind of partners, so that'll be cool. And then last week we had a good space title "Attention." Attention is the ultimate asset. So that's our Twitter Spaces upcoming and past. So be on the lookout for those coming up every Friday at I think it's 1 p.m. Eastern. So, all right. So this past week we did a little social media PFP campaign with Nobody Sausage. If you haven't heard of Nobody Sausage, which I hadn't before, but some of you maybe have that are more on TikTok and Instagrams and stuff like that. But basically, they're a big IP, Web2 IP, especially on TikTok and Instagram, where they have about 33 million followers between those two. And they actually sponsored Terrence Crawford in the fight against Canelo on Saturday, or was it Saturday? And so that was a big deal. So we got a custom Brave and Bat PFP Sunday for G and a lot of, I guess, the world, but Saturday for the rest of us over here. And Guillermo obviously bet against Nobody Sausage and Terrence Crawford. So rip your bets. But yeah, Andrew Forte, who's has worked with Fungible and a bunch of other projects, kind of hooked us up with that one, and we're looking at doing maybe some more things with them to get some cross pollination of communities and views and things like that. That kind of helps benefit both Brave and Bat and Nobody Sausage. And Jenny has here listed some of the kind of benefits of why we do these things. One is kind of fun, to change it up a little bit, keep things fresh. And that's in my mind. It's a lightweight lift for high cultural visibility. For example, the Canelo versus Crawford was a big upcoming event and got a lot of social media push and things like that. And we did that on the day before the fight, so they were definitely pushing things. It reinforces Brave support of digital creators. So we're working with creators to create these PFPs and stuff. And then familiar campaign format, our community already recognizes and responds well too. So yeah, I think on the next slide, there's some kind of numbers and shows.
I mean, it's good too. It's fun to stay current with this stuff. And I mean, like your slide says, they got 33 million followers on their project, and they're huge on TikTok and stuff. And it's a great way for us to kind of folks might see that we're participating and not be aware of what we're doing or whatever, but it's also just kind of part of staying current too.
Yeah, for sure. I think especially some of these bigger brands and stuff as they kind of go into Web3. And the cool thing that we see is that they want to, work with Brave and Bat. And so it's cool to see that as well. Because, we're pretty known in the space. So it's kind of an easy deal. And yeah, I think it keeps us kind of current on things, and especially on some of the bigger things that are pretty hot at the moment. And we can kind of capitalize on some of that too. All right, on the next slide, Paula. I think, okay, so this is just the pictures, the Brave sausage and the Bat sausage. I kind of like the bucket hat. It might be kind of cool. I don't know. So throw it in the store or something. I don't know. We'll see. Never know. And then I need to get a bat chain for sure. Definitely rock that. But actually, in the note here, yeah, you see it's very solid engagement across both the Bat and the Brave channels. Yeah, on the Brave one, you see it had 108 retweets. I can't see, but what? Holy, 633 likes. Is that what I said? And
It's a
as
lot.
well on
And
the bat one. Quite a bit of
Andrew's
200
been
some.
awesome for us too.
Yeah, he's a good dude. So yeah, and we're still doing the unfungible spaces, and that all kind of came through him as well. So yeah, and yeah, still chatting to him on some more collaborative stuff with Nobody Sausage and stuff. Like they do a lot of like funny videos, like memes that they use their character and they recreate memes and things like that. And a lot of them are pretty funny and they get a lot of views. And so looking at maybe trying to get some videos done or something like that. We'll see. Um, Anyways, yeah. On that next slide, it shows some of the numbers, at least on the BAT account or attention token account. So I had some pretty big impression lift on those days that we were running the Nobody Sausage PFP and engaging there with their community as well as ours. So you see that uh, uh, those numbers jump quite a bit there for those days. And then, but overall, the last couple of weeks shows that we've kind of had an increase in things by, doing stuff like this. So it's, yeah, that's part of the reason why we do it too, just because it, keeps us relevant, keeps us in front of people. And sometimes it's people that don't really know about Brave and Bat. So we're kind of hitting up those communities that have some reach as well. So cool. I think that was the last slide that Jenny had, if I remember. Yeah. And Luke, if you want to talk about the
Oh yeah,
Brave
sure.
technology, just go for it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. So we're out new episodes out with Brave Technologists this week. One that we recorded live in Vegas at Rare Evo with Ryan Rugg, who is has an interesting last name for being in the crypto space or new to it. But she's awesome. She's head of digital assets for Citibank. Yeah, dude. It's interesting, right? Like, it's a good episode. I wasn't aware they're doing this like whole token treasury trade solution platform, and it was really interesting hearing Ryan talk about what they're doing because banks, they had to kind of get people onboarded digital money, right? Initially, decades ago. And she brought up some parallels between like how they're working crypto into the banking system. And luckily, a lot of that groundwork's already there. So it's obvious to a lot of people, but I think it's really interesting having her on because, people hear about institutional adoption and things like that, but like, you don't really get to hear very often about like how they're doing this, like, and what their point of view is on that stuff. So I'll save a bunch of that for people if they want to go check it out. But yeah, go to brave.com/podcast. It's episode 87. Ryan's great. Check it out. There's a bunch of other new episodes too that have dropped. We did one with Hester Peirce from the SEC recently. We've got a whole bunch of other ones that are out and some pretty cool ones that are going to be dropping soon. Many more to come too. I just want to let folks know too, if there's anybody you ever want to see on the podcast, please don't be shy. You can shoot me a DM or let us know like who you'd like to see. I'd love to get more guests on from the community. We've done that before. I think I'm not sure, trying to remember who requested we do one with what's her name, the privacy advocate.
Oh yeah, kind of red hair and
we had her come on too. It was a great recommend. I love having people recommend guests. So
actually, speaking of that, I totally forgot to mention to you earlier that the Andrew and the Nobody Sausage guys want to get on the podcast. So you can either hit me up after a call and let me know the best way to get that over to you, or you can show it now if you want.
Oh, you bet. Yeah, we can. I can put you in touch with Sam.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, G.
Sorry, missed it. Was it Naomi Brockwell?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was Naomi. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So this is basically the weekly agenda for the BAT community events that are ongoing this week. We had the poker event hosted by BAT-Earn 2 hours ago. Now we are currently on the BAT community call. And this Thursday, GM Team Podcast, New Tech in the Old World, hosted by both me and my coworker, Rizzo Pelican, Pattern. It happens every week at 1 p.m. GMT/10 a.m. EST. We talk all about crypto legislation within the Europe, as well as Bet and Brave news. Friday, we have our X Spaces, the Brave podcast. I don't know actually we're going to have this week because Paula was on. What are we having this week, Paula? What is the topic for this week?
One
Putting you on
second.
the
And we
spot.
said it. We said it. No, it's okay. We said it
Yeah.
at the beginning, actually. But the topic for this week is
The
the
table's
browser's
turn.
race to Web3.
Thank you. Guillermo
My
was not paying
pleasure.
attention.
It's
And
okay.
I know that right after we also have the Dave hosting the weekly quiz. And Sunday we have Jackbox event hosted by Dragon Dave, and the time is to be determined. There's potentially other games that will happen within this week, so just stay tuned on the on the hashtag events on our Discord channel at discord.gg/betbrigade. I think next is better because we have a weird mixing. Yeah. Game away.
Hello, everyone. I'm testing out if my project image spell works. I hope you're all having fun on the Bat Community Call. So here is my ambassador update. We had another successful Monday meeting, which is recorded for the people who missed it. We've had invites to the Discord sent out to the people who had good interviews, and actually just popped up on X. We had someone celebrating getting into the program, which was lovely to see. We've had the last batch of invites to interviews sent out. So if you applied to be in the program, you should have, and you haven't had an interview yet, you should have it in your inbox. We created a form so everyone gets their Season 5 t-shirt. We're sorting out the NFTs this week. Thank you, G, for designs. And congratulations to Gabe for making it to ambassador. Okay, next slide. Then press play again. Thank you. Hello. I am again with my partnership update. I've made a Bat Brigade community on Decentraland now, which you're welcome to join. And there's a weekly event at latitude -74, longitude 144 in the Bat Cave Bar and Grill, where I'll be serving up Brave Brews and Guaro staking every Thursday at 5 p.m. UTC. That's 10 p.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST, and at 10:30 p.m. IST. I'm going to try and get in their Jumpstart community program to get a grant to have more stuff to play with. And I'm doing a workshop on Brave for Creators, Privacy, Web3, and Fair Awards on the 25th of this month in Decentraland. So I hope you can all attend that as well. Have a great night. Cheers. Bye.
Look at that pelican.
That was fabulous, and I gotta say, Guano Steaks and Bat Brews, it's pretty good.
That's good. I like it.
Ooh, look
So-
at that.
My slides are literally what Battern just said with images. So this is the T-shirt. It currently looks like this. That's the design.
Can
It's
you
still yet
hear
to
it?
be colored.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We can. And it's going to look like this. It's still yet to be colored. The red background is just so I can see the line, so I can color it easily. It's not actually going to be red in the end, and it's going to have like pastel colors. Tomorrow will be done. I'll be sharing it on socials, and next week I'll be sharing the templates, how it looks on T-shirts and everything like that, and we'll be ready to send it out. Next slide, please. Again, same thing Battern said, but with images. Investors NFT will be distributed this week. We're exploring options. One of them will be through Echo, whitelisting on Echo. So you'll be able to claim it directly through Echo and will be private just for our ambassadors. And Zcash testing will be starting this week, hopefully. We're just handling the funds, getting them sent out, and we can start testing. That's it from my end. Guillermo, way.
Yeah, Guillermo is still here, actually. Hello, everybody. My name is Godson, and I have your Brave in Africa update for week 37. We, it's finally time to, go over, East Safari and some of the stuff that happened this weekend. It just ended, so we haven't actually had like a full debrief. Our ambassadors just came back, so which is why they're not here today on this call. But I have some preliminary images to share, and I figured it'd be fun to just kind of get a visual of what the event was like. So seeing this made me want to go to Kenya, but I wish it wasn't so far away. I'd be there. But yeah, so East Safari, a week-long event, started the Sunday before last and ended 2 days ago. What you're looking at on the right-hand side there is the actual location in a town called Kilifi in Kenya, and on the left-hand side there is kind of like the meetup. So basically, like they met up in Nairobi, took a train to Mombasa, and then a bus to Kilifi. So on the right hand side there, the top image is actually our ambassador Exodus speaking. This was part of like the package we got for the media sponsorship. He got to speak and give a little a 30-minute speaking session for Brave. But he next week when he's here, he'll be able to kind of dive more into it and kind of like explain what actually happened. So next slide, please. Right, and this is sort of like more images from the event as well. Like I said, like the block train, they called it, kind of picked up all the East Safari goers from Mombasa, no, from Nairobi to Mombasa. So it was also like another like an event within an event. So pretty much like every day for that, like for the 7 days, there was something going on, and it was in like a slightly different location. So there you can see Stan in the blockchain. There's actually like a whole folder with like hundreds of pictures I had to like dig through just to sort of like pick a couple and just pull out for like the slideshow today. But yeah, on the left hand side is Stan in the blockchain, and in the middle and the left is like another event. I'm not particularly sure what this one was, but Stan said Adam would have loved it because it's like a little floating pub type thing. But it was just like another little side event in the trail of events. And on the left hand there, the guy all the way back is Exodus, the other ambassador in Kenya, and of course Stan. And then this is, I believe his name is Will. He is one of the event organizers who kind of took them along for the ride. Next slide, please. So finally, they did a quick little recap earlier today when they came back from the event. So I just wanted to put this up there to sort of encourage the community to increase your ecosphere to include most of us already follow Stan, but I don't think everybody follows Exodus. So pick up these guys in your ecosphere because they'll be very instrumental for us in East Africa going forward. From what I heard, Exodus particularly made like a big appearance there. Talked to a lot of people and stuff like that. So we'll follow up all the leads and then come back next week with like a proper debrief and what we're gonna push down from the event. So I just want to thank everybody who made this possible. Shout out to Cheryl for the ads and everything, and of course Pattern for pushing the proposal forward. So that's it. That's me. Thank you, everybody. See you next week.
Hi, Drew. Are you there?
Sorry, I was muted.
No worries. No worries.
Wake up, Drew.
Yeah, I was taking veterans cue and taking a nap while I forgot to push play. But no, I was kidding. Yeah, so yeah, we already talked about the social media collab that we did with Nobody Sausage, so nothing really new there. Just wanted to make sure we brought it up, and Jenny had another slide, so that's that. But yeah, look out maybe for possibly some more stuff with them. And then on the Guano side, there's like just under 340K bat locked. That numbers continues to slowly creep up. But and also getting close to 500 stakers. So it's cool to see the community continue to lock their bat up, and maybe we'll try and find some ways to incentivize some liquidity pools, things like that. I don't know. I'm sure Jack and Dave would love to do some of that stuff since he's big into that. So be on the lookout for maybe some more ways to earn on the Guano side here soon. And then we've got a few partners in the works that are, either signed or contracts are out and waiting to get signed and things like that. So getting real close, and hopefully we'll have some more announcements on those here very soon. And super excited about some of these that have been kind of in the works for a long time. Unfortunately, things a lot of times move a lot slower than you'd like, and a lot of these things take quite some time to actually get through, but we're working on kind of streamlining that, and that's been a big kind of push that we've been working on the back end. And so hopefully that we'll see an increased speed of more partners, and especially in the rewards partner program and things like that. So yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Drew. Well, hi again. I have some, a couple of additional updates for you. So last week we published more summaries from the back community call from number 64 to 67 in both English and Spanish. We're currently working on the most recent ones, so those will be available later this week, and hopefully the Hindi translations as well. And I have to follow up with the Dave on that. But yeah, and attached to each summary, you'll find the YouTube recording in case you'd like to take a look. But yeah, it's the same link for Notion for the entire summaries. I'm going to share it in the chat in just a moment. But don't forget to take a look and keep an eye out for more summaries. And then Crypto Latin Fest. Well, of course, I'm not done with the updates from Crypto Latin Fest yet. It was a lot, so we're working on everything at the same time as fast as we can. But the videos that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks will be ready later this week. The interviews, I mean, part 1 and part 2, but I still have 2 more videos. So I'll work on those very soon. And I'm very excited for you to see sorry about that, 1 second. Sorry, I'm so sorry about the noise. But yeah, like I said, I'm very excited for you to see even a small moment of what we experienced at the event. And we got like a general event report from the Crypto Latin Fest team with great stats, but I wanted to make one specifically about Brave and the team, the highlights and just information that we consider relevant. And I think it's very important to keep like a record of every event we do, LATAM in this case, so we can compare and get ideas and all that. So I asked the team that helped us there to create one separately, so we can have different we have different perspectives, and we all had different experiences and questions from attendees. So I'll combine them, and I plan to present it next week if all goes well. And I want to keep it, of course, organized So I'm going to attach the stats that the Crypto Latin Fest team sent to the general report next week. And lastly, we made great connections with different brands and people. So I've been following up with them and making notes to share internally and to see if it's something we can do. But I've been getting some proposals, so we'll see if it's possible for us. And I wanted to share this post from an interview they did to one of the Colombian team members that represented Brave at the event. So this is Julian. I think his name is, Julian Garcia. And he assisted the team at the booth. And well, of course, he was great. And basically in the video, he talked about Brave and how it's the main browser for people in Web3 and the features and also the overall experience at Crypto Latin Fest and that he plans to attend next year. So shout out to Julian for the interview. And well, we did other interviews that I hope we can get very soon. I messaged the guy responsible for that, and he's working on it because, of course, they did several interviews with every single sponsor, I believe. So of course, it's a lot of work. But as soon as I get it, I'll share it on X and YouTube as well. So stay tuned. And finally, here are the highlights of the week that I wanted to share. So these are some awesome posts that I found on X from people shilling Brave. So the ones from the left were on the thread from the post on the right. And, we just love seeing that. I think every single comment matters, and that also helps for visibility and to create awareness, of course. So shout out to thank you. So shout out to everyone that replied to the thread with a comment about Brave. So thank you so much. And that's all from us today. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Great updates, everybody. It was also great to get the updates on what food to try in Costa Rica. I think got taking that one to the bank. So it's been interesting to see like a lot of stuff rolling out with different EVMs and different networks and a lot of stuff that just seems to be over people's heads too. But we're working on a few things here. Like Jenny mentioned, or Jenny didn't mention it, but she would have mentioned it if she was here around the rewards partner program update. We're working on getting that new one out pretty soon with some new partners to add an update. We've also been working behind the scenes on the Brave Games, social game stuff that we talked about in previous posts, which will bring a bunch of attention and virality to the ecosystem, which is super cool. And we're working on an updated roadmap too behind the scenes too that should be the next level of things, which super excited about. More to come on that too in the weeks ahead. A lot of stuff cooking, and we're doing a bunch of things around AI as people can see in the browser and with search, and starting to think about ways that we can cross that over into things related to BAT too. It's kind of an interesting dynamic right now because you're seeing kind of these things that people thought were sacred cows, like search and stuff, like people still searching, but like using search from, AI prompts and things like that. It's really got to start thinking about like, what does this all mean for, the attention economy in general? And what does advertising look like in this world where the agent is more and more like, out there and working on behalf of the user, and are some of these things that we've grown accustomed to kind of powering the attention economy, or at least from a financial standpoint, are some of these things even going to be relevant in a world where AI is doing a lot of the grunt work for you? And so we're putting our heads together on different ways that we can kind of break through with BAT into these new areas while continuing to build on, offer wall on ad unit stuff and things like that we've already established. So it's kind of a cool and exciting time I'm super excited for folks to get clued into some of the stuff we're cooking up in the background. I think it's pretty damn bullish, if I don't say so myself, but I just said it. And yeah, I appreciate you all kind of coming in every week and doing this. And it's some of this stuff's gonna require some, additional lifting and pushing forward from the community, and looking forward to kind of working with you all on it. Also, I know that there are some updates coming to the wallet with rewards, some opt-in stuff like screens and stuff that are coming in to help kind of drum up more opt-in rate through the wallet users, and starting to bring those things together. Yeah, there's some more stuff to come. I can't really talk about, but we're super excited about it. Yeah, I don't know if there's anybody wants to jump in with any questions or anything. We can kind of tackle anything that you guys want to do. I'm going to go look and double check on any other updates I might have missed along the way. But yeah, floor is open for folks. If anybody has any questions or whatever.
I'll unless somebody jumps in, I'll go ahead. Quick question on, you talked about, the ad units and things like that. How do you feel like things are going on those? And I guess, is there anything that needs to be done, like kind of, to keep things fresh on that end, or have you seen a decline or increase or anything on like kind of click-through rates or those kind of things, just on the normal ad units? And then also we've seen a few of the kind of interactive, animated type ones. How have those compared, if you've gotten any of those results back?
Yeah, that's a great question. So those interactive units have been interesting to see, and now we've run a few of them. When you check the first couple, it's always with those, you want to see, it's like when we did the first launched ads, like the click-through rates were like crazy high because people were just testing them out. We're seeing some good numbers on that. I think the engagement rates on those are higher naturally, just because you can do things with them. And so right now we're seeing, the click-through rates are significantly higher on those. I kind of want to see how they go as we do more of them, just before I start dropping numbers, because some of this is also just shiny new thing. But I think it's a good sign, on the engagement and how things are going. There's also a bunch of changes happening to the new tab page itself in Brave. If folks are in Nightly, they can see it already, but the layout there, it's actually like really clean. And so there's going to be a whole bunch of updated behavior, I think, around that too to come. But it's pretty cool. I think, yeah, with regard to other units and stuff, I think, yeah, the new tab has had some changes with this new format. I think we're kind of seeing what advertisers like and what the engagement's like on each of these different variations, so that we can kind of get them into a more templated, standardized kind of approach and make them more accessible for advertisers, et cetera. But it's been cool to see them roll out. And I know that I think we're still waiting on support on some of the operating systems for those too. So there's some lag there on that. But yeah, that's good. And also with regard to like demand, we're seeing more and more sales too opening up on there's more and more days getting booked on the calendar for new tab takeovers. I know folks saw we had Ford came back in. I think that Toyota's coming back in too. And we're seeing, more crypto stuff picking up too. I think Ether5 was one of the card companies has just been running with us, and seeing more and more days filling up, which is great, because that's exactly what we want to see happening on that end too. So
awesome, thanks. Yeah, and that new layout on Nightly is pretty clean. I like it.
It's awesome, man. Like super cool. And we've got some other stuff coming around Nightly too. More opportunities for folks to get engaged with the Nightly channel are coming in the weeks ahead too. We'll share some more on that and do a special call out on one of these calls for it. But it'll be neat, and there's kind of a rewards tie in there too. But more to come on that front too. I see Kyle's here. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, man?
Doing well. Just got off the privacy confab, so I figured I'd join in for a little bit.
Nice.
How's everybody doing?
Good. Anything new and interesting in your side of the world?
I'm headed up to the Cypherpunk retreat. So we'll be good to get connected with some privacy folks within the Web3 space and talk about some bigger picture things and decentralized identity and stuff like that. And we've got reports that mobile wallet adapter is not working and hasn't been working since like 2023 on Android. This is because of localhost permission, but we just discussed on Privacy Confab that we're going to be able to get this fixed because Chromium is now moving in the direction that we've gone, which is sticking this behind a permission prompt. So in that sense, the UX of prompting for localhost access will be a lot more normal, so we can remove the allow list that we originally put in. So should help fix that.
Do you see this protocol news around Google with like agentic payment stuff?
No, I'm not surprised at it. I think everybody wants to make a play and everyone wants to put themselves in the center of the payments so that they can collect the private tax that Visa does right now. So
yeah,
makes
super
sense.
interesting. Like we should cover it next week or something, and dig in a little bit. Because I would be super curious to get your take on some of the things that they've got steps in the process, right? Like permission steps and stuff, and be curious to get your take on some of that after you get a chance to digest it a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I can just give a high level summary because everybody's doing basically the same thing.
Yeah,
They want
go for it.
basically everybody's trying to prevent access to some users, but not to all users. And like when I say users, what I mean is from a server perspective, you can't tell the difference between a bot and a user unless you're doing, some form of identity verification or fingerprinting. So in that sense, essentially what they're trying to do is they're trying to put up a paywall for bots. And then with that paywall, then you have to collect payments. Well, part of the problem is that payments require, transactions usually over the Visa or MasterCard network. And the way the fee structures of that work don't make it very easy to do microtransactions or like 1 penny transactions. So what oftentimes is the conclusion most people reach is, well, why don't I just collect a payment of $5 and then I'll just do the accounting on my ledger and only charge the card when $5 is reached or whatever. But what that does is it creates a control point where the protocol designer basically sits in the middle and is able to gather a bunch of data based upon the transaction and fees. My thinking on this has been the best approach that's likely to be most open is going to be the X402 stuff out of Coinbase. But some of the design choices they've made are subtle in making sure that it only works with Base and stuff like that, or not the protocol itself, but the tooling itself only works with Base and doing some of those things like that. But in terms of openness and robustness, to be able to actually get open protocols, I think that's moving in a better direction than kind of what Cloudflare and what I assume Google is probably doing as well.
Nice. Awesome. Cool, man. Yeah, it's excited to hear how that get together goes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. I can do a recap sometime in late October or something like that after I'm done with the travels. So should be quite exciting. But
nice. And are you going to Buenos Aires too in November?
Yes, I just booked my flights yesterday.
Oh, sweet.
So
I talked to them too. I think I might go.
Nice.
I think I'm going to go too. Yeah, for that too. So, well,
so
fun. We should find something to play golf.
Yes. I will probably be doing stuff for WalletCon, and then I may be helping to host a privacy hub day as well. Just through people that I'm connected here with in Auckland, and then the Web3 Privacy Now folks and the PSE folks. I've been staying connected with them. That's who's doing the Cypherpunk retreat, is mainly the Web3 Privacy Now folks and Protocol Labs. So they're co-hosting the retreat for a bunch of us privacy nerds who are trying to make things better.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Yeah, and while we're talking events too, I think Christopher is going to be from the rewards team is going to be at Token 2049. So if anybody in the community is going to be out there, you all should connect out there too. So if folks are going to be at Token 2049, Christopher will be there.
Speaking of Token 2049, yeah, and I don't know if Sherelle is here, but yeah, we're co-sponsoring an event with Rare Evo out there as well. It's one of the events during Token 2049.
Nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
So so if you guys are interested in any tickets, I can post some information or send it over to Drew and the team to post in Discord. If you guys have any questions or if you guys are going to be out there, the event is going to be, I believe, on the 30th, and we can send out all the details.
Fantastic. How are you doing, Sherelle?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
She was doing good until I called her out and made her talk on the call.
No, I don't mind at all. That heavy sign is not me. It's my daughter for some reason.
Love it.
But no, thanks for having me on.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, we got 10 more minutes if folks have more questions or things they want to talk about. Otherwise, yeah.
Oh, that's the spicy one. Ignore that one.
That's funny. That one looks spicy too.
Yeah. So I came across this new decentralized protocol built on IPFS for social media.
Nice.
They're doing some pretty cool stuff. It's still incredibly early days. It's buggy, but they're trying to build the entire thing through the web, so it works in the browser. And then you'll be able to run a node. So they've made a few clones basically of 4chan, Reddit, and a few other different pages. But the protocol itself is kind of open by design. So yes, a bit spicy. So apologies on that one. But I think this is quite interesting, and it'd be cool to hear people's feedback. No, it's not RSS. It's using libp2p under the hood and WebRTC to basically replicate and publish content in that sort of way. So the protocol is called Plevit, and that's what I was trying to link to originally, not the actual
before you drop
spicy pages.
the jalapeno.
Yeah.
It's good. People need to find out about this stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's neat to see people working on this like actively. It's kind of one of those things that gives you some hope with some of the stuff happening in UK and elsewhere. They're cracking down on access to things and all that.
Yep. So I figured I'd just drop this because it looks really cool, and I'm quite excited to see what comes about with it. And yeah, take a look at it and see if you guys have some interest. DM me on Twitter, or just at me or something like that as well, and let me know what you guys think of it. I've been talking with some of the creators of the protocol so far, and I'm trying to figure out what limitations they have based upon the browser. Sounds like most of it's actually libp2p, so I need to reach out to them, some of the protocol lab folks, and figure out what we can do to help push some of the Chromium issues along and stuff like that. But yeah, this is super cool. No, it will not make your crypto disappear. In fact, I don't think this actually connects to a wallet at all.
Oh,
I think all it's doing is just using IPFS. And then what you do is when you publish content, you send it to a light node, and you can run the light node yourself. But that's part of what they're trying to figure out is like, how do you actually limit content and moderate content in this sort of way to make it work, where one light node can replicate the content, but another light node doesn't have to. And so in that way, because of the way IPFS works, you can actually still go discover the content as a user and as a client, but as a hoster, you don't have to host it yourself. So they're trying to figure out if they want to do that directly in the nodes, if they want to do it through third-party hosting services such as Imager, those sorts of things. So they're just still very early days, but it's very interesting, and wanted to point it out to people.
No, it's awesome. And it reminds me too, I forgot to mention this earlier. So we hit another milestone on the .brave domains. We're over 13,000 have been created since May 20th, which is huge. For folks who don't remember, I think we had a goal range between 2 to 10,000 by August, and it's far exceeded that into September, which is fantastic. So we just spoke with Unstoppable yesterday, and we're going to do some stuff. I think Jenny will probably talk about on the next call in the month ahead to kind of promote this a little bit more. But it's super awesome to see, and we've seen some really cool feedback from folks in the Unstoppable community too. Yeah, it's great. Appreciate everybody that's been early adopting on that, and also Kyle and team for helping to get it all integrated into the browser, which has been huge for us to be able to support that. It's the first kind of big building block toward making it easier for people to send crypto to people. So bullish on that. 13,000. It's like pretty awesome.
Do you know what that process looks like for the ICANN and DNS and that kind of thing, or timeframes that would take like once you apply or anything like that? Just
Kyle
out of
knows
curiosity.
a lot about this, I think, right? Like, are you the poor guy that has to fill out a lot of the paperwork on that one?
I probably will be. I don't know much about it. I know it's incredibly lengthy. A big part of what they look for is, are you actually financially sustainable? Are you like a known business? These sorts of things, because once a company actually becomes a registrar, they don't want the company to shut down and asset transfers and all of these things to cause a problem to the actual registration itself. So a lot of what they're doing is a large amount of due diligence basically around the company, your processes, your technology, the things that you've already done, those sorts of things, to try and understand it. Last I looked at it, I think it was like a 200-page document. Yeah, that'll be fun to fill out.
Sounds like fun. Yeah. Good luck, man.
Leo to the rescue.
There you go.
No, it's huge, right?
Go ahead.
And that means that, like, with that DNS support, right? Like, where you can start to see .brave on like GoDaddy and get that kind of more trad world adoption too.
Yeah, that'd be super cool. Any update on the ones that were saved for like ambassadors and team and stuff like that, or any way we can help get that pushed through?
Oh, it's a good
I think that's between you, me, and Jenny to try and figure out all those people's names.
Yeah.
I think they should be all set for all of the employee ones. We got half of them done, and we just need to get the other, 70
ambassadors
that
and
left.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get with Jenny then and try to get that pushed through, because I know I've had a few people ask about that too. So, and I'm excited for Drew.brave. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All selfish motives here.
Oh yeah, I completely get it. I think what we should do is set a deadline on that, just because that'll create some urgency for people to actually respond to us, so that we can get these all sorted and take care of it in that sort of way. So,
sounds good. All right, I'll work with Jenny on our side and get it to you.
Okay. Yep, and then I can prompt UD to make sure they get issued out and stuff.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. All right. We got Mitchie in the chat. We're almost at the end of the hour. If you have a minute long story, we could run through that. But otherwise, maybe we can check in on that one next week. Let me see here. Yeah. Any other quick questions or anything in the last 2 minutes? Hey, how's it going?
What up?
How are you, Mitchie? Welcome to the call.
Dude, I freaking grew up in the whole digital world and everything, and then I just kind of vanished, and 5 years later, I'm back at it, and I'm like, holy shit, everything's changed.
Welcome back.
And I open up Brave and I'm like looking at this and I fell in love with it and I'm like addicted to Brave.
Well, we're glad you're here and appreciate you showing up. And yeah, if there's anything we can ever do, just let us know, man.
So, well, that's the man. I started country dancing, line dancing, two-step swing, and I have this idea for the most badass country line dance bar app that I know will just crush it. I have it all written up. I could shoot you over something that way you could just read kind of through it rather than me trying to explain everything.
I would love to see that. You DM me on X and love to like get a rundown on that.
Where are you at?
I'm at. I'll just put my I'll put my handle in the chat.
Cool.
Here we go. On X. There you go. Cool.
Oh yeah, and I got this Z Fold 7. I freaking love this thing.
Right on.
Tito, I see one question you popped up with. Any plans removing the needs for network fees for creating a BAT account? I assume you're talking about for Solana on-chain?
Yeah, I think that's what it's about.
Okay, we won't be able to do that. Basically, it just becomes a fraud concern for us. So, like, if we can figure out some way to do subsidization through making it cheaper, that might be possible, but realistically, just the way Solana's account system works, it just doesn't seem feasible. So like the other alternative that we could look to is launching on a different network, but that's not been prioritized at this point. So just wanted to like set it straight so that you're at least aware and we're being transparent about why that is.
Yeah, no, and we talked about on previous calls too. I think it's one of those things where even if we were to do it too, I mean, you're still going to have something to do something, right? On chain. So it's one of those things where it's a kind of cold start thing elsewhere, and yeah, the first priority is to kind of make it so that folks can get on chain settlements that want it, and that took a bit to roll out, and it was one of those things too where I'm pretty sure we tried testing this out too, when we were doing those phased rollouts, and we had some learnings from that helped to kind of inspire some of these ways we're doing it now too.
Yeah, I can gigabrain this of how it might work in the future.
Do it.
Smart accounts with a paymaster using EIP 4337 capabilities or 7702, such that you can pay into it and then your first transaction can be covered through fees. So that's a very technical way of saying it's possible, but that's a lot of work. So
there you go.
Maybe.
Right on. All right, gang. Well, we are at 2 minutes over. So yeah, I appreciate everybody. Thanks for joining the community call this week. We will be back 1 week from today, same bat time, same bat channel. And hope to see you all then. And until then, I will see you all online. Have a good one. And yeah, see you all online. Take care.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
See you, everyone.